this out real quick. Good afternoon. I'm going to do a quick New Year reading. I'm using the Mayan Oracle. I by no means pretend to be absolutely knowledgeable on all of the Lords of the Night associated with the Mayan astrology, but it's really interesting. I've been studying it for a few years now, and it's been really highly beneficial in my own practice to utilize. I really like Jose Arguelles's work. He talks about the law of time. And I know there's a lot of myths around the Maya calendar having ended. However, that's just not the case. There was this rebirth energy that came. Yes, their calendar, and I saw a meme the other day. It was kind of funny. It was the Mayan calendar, and it said it's going to be really funny one day when everybody thinks the calendar is actually ending. A lot of people are going to freak out. And that's really what it was, right? They mapped this very long cycle, and it had come to an end, and a lot of people tended to interpret that as the world was going to end, but that actually was not the meaning of it. It was the rebirth into this new age, right? The age of Aquarius, in which I think we're in now, or we're at least stepping into. There's no actual for sure date as to when the age of Aquarius starts, but I have a feeling the opening was definitely 2012. So let's get straight into it. Beautiful energies coming through, and we've been feeling this for a while now. A lot of people talking about these downloads of information, these insights, this, hey TJ, hey Ma, this, opportunity for cosmic downloads, information, insights. And yesterday was the day out of time, according to the Maya. So today would be the first day of the year. And the first card that we had come out was actually perfect for today being the new year. It is the number 1. Right? Today is the first day of the year, so that makes sense. And it talks about unity and new beginnings, and remembering that that we are all part of the whole, part of the one, the source within, that is a part of all of us. Welcome in. Oh shit, my cat did that. So I am on 2 different platforms right now, so if I'm looking this way or that way, that's why. All right, so unity, it's the beginning, and like I was saying before, there is this new beginning that is opening up new pathways as we continue to let go of the shit that's no longer serving us, or no longer relevant to our evolution, to our expansion. And then the first card that we had come out, the first day of the night, I should say, that we had come out, and this one came out actually several times. I tried putting it back in, and it came out again, and it is IMIX. And IMIX talks about digging deep, talks about surrendering and allowing. It's that state of allowance, of being open to these beautiful activations that are coming in. It talks about the source of life, the divine nurturance and support that's available for all of us, right? Talks about the primordial mother energy, and which is I feel like there's a pretty good balance right now of the masculine and the feminine, but we've really been in a lot of earthy energies, a lot of masculine energies, which is wonderful because it allows us to really get things done and focus on what we're going to do to establish security. But IMIX also talks about receptivity and self-love, being open, being in this state of allowance. It's also dragon energy. So it's this very ancient, I love dragon energy because it actually holds like all of the elements within it, right? It's got the air, it's got the fire, the earth, the water, and it's also got this ethereal energy. The number to IMIX is actually 1, right? The unity, the source. Again, so it's just that reminder of the connectivity of all that is within us. And then let's see here. The next card that we had come out is Simi. Simi is the transformer. Again, this energy of death and transformation, of surrender, of release, humility. There's qualities of forgiveness in here that are, I feel like, opening us up, or there's an opportunity for, you know, if you walk the pathway of forgiveness, to open you up to gifts within. And then the next card we have is Lamat. Lamat is the gateway to the 5th dimensional timelines. It's the, if you think of the 3D as, okay, we're able to see around us, we're able to have all of these directions, and the 5th dimension is consciousness, it's time. And Lamat is this gateway. It's the way shower. It's energies of the star seed and remembrance of star family. It's this gateway of like star-crossed relationships as well. You may enter into some relationships that feel very fated, or feel like maybe you just have a remembrance of, you know, something within. It's kind of that that nostalgic energy when you meet someone that you feel like you've known forever, right? So be open for that, because these pathways, these relationships could be really essential to your growth. And then we have Ik, which is inspiration. It is the reminder of your co-creative power here on earth. It's spirit, right? It's breath. It's wind. It's inspiration. It talks about the unseen forces and how we can use our intent, our focused intent, and it's integration of knowledge that we're learning as well. And then we had 2 more cards, and then I'll pull some, I'm going to pull some tarot, and then if anybody wants some readings after, I'll pull a couple cards for you guys as well. So the next card we had is Men. And it's, again, this energy of relationships, new relationships coming in. It talks about commitment. It also talks about compassionate service. It talks about global and planetary consciousness, the planetary mind. It talks about believing in yourself and your dreams and your visions. It's got energy of the violet flame as well, a very powerful healing force. It's an energy of hope. And then lastly, we have Kaik, which is it's transformation. It's surrender. And I really feel like that is like kind of the message through all, like the similarities of all of these cards that came out. It's that energy of receptivity, of openness, of yes, Cheryl, of the path of that 0 point energy, the information that is available to those that are open and receptive to it, right? To it's the ecstasy of freedom, of initiation by fire. It's light body activations. Yeah, all right, let's get some tarot, and then I'm not going to be on here too long because I want to be able to download. Hey Valerie, I'm good. I gotta get out and get my garden, or I shouldn't say garden, it's weeds that I need to trim. I've been putting it off forever. All right, tapping in to collective guides, angels and ancestors. What messages do we have for this new year? So they're talking about making time for that place of surrender, making sure that you're making space for, meditation, your spiritual practice, whatever that looks like for you. For some, meditation looks different for everyone. For some people, it's going for a walk and clearing their mind. Some, really get down with the meditation, and are able to, really tap in and receive these visions, receive these, it's like waves of information, remembrances of who you are. It was storming really bad this morning. I love a good thunderstorm. We really needed it. It's still kind of cloudy, but it's still beautiful. I love rain, honestly. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for putting all those beautiful hearts on the screen. All right, so the first tarot we had is the Four of, I love this, the Four of Wands, which talks about gaining stability. It talks about creating your castle. It's like creating your home, getting your house in order. It's stability. And then I love that the Six of Wands came with this. 6 and 4 equals 10, a completion, or 1, which is a reminder of the unity again. But the Six of Wands talks about victory. It talks about accomplishments and recognition. I just keep getting this sense of like gifts, and it looks like, she's coming in after battle, or she or he, and so like after this long, kind of battle, and now receiving, right? It's receiving gifts and recognition and the shit that you've been wanting to manifest, right? Coming into being now. It's harvest time, right? It's time for us to pick our fruits and to, kind of leave the weeds behind, right? Trim the weeds and leave behind the shit that we don't need, and to really focus our intent and focus our energy on the fruits that we have grown. Okay, so what is this though? I feel like this is lessons. Okay, so I feel like this is two different stories. Some are stuck in this place, and some are way over here. It's like it's literally like two different worlds. I've been noticing this a lot. There's been a lot of separation. And really what it is lessons, right? The Five of Cups, it talks about grief or loss, sorrow. I feel like it's working through this, figuring out how you can, there's something here with money as well. So this could be like loss of money, or trying to figure out, how you're going to gain this stability out of, coming through some kind of change or transformation. And look what came after it. The Magicians, like, listen, you can, and this is all happening on purpose. Like, it's like this energy of trust, right? We're reminded that we have to surrender. Sometimes we can't understand why shit happens. But things have to change and transform so that you can ultimately get here, even if we don't understand why, or like what in the world this lesson could, possibly, how could that possibly be benefiting us? But then, if we were to look back, or look in the future a couple years, we'll be able to look back and say, oh, now I see why that happened. So we have to go through these lessons. We have to have these changes for the universe to maneuver the soup or the salad in our direction, in our way, right? If you think of all of the experiences, kind of like source, creator energy, the universe making this this soup of our manifestations, and you know, we have to put in all of these different ingredients, and that's what Source is doing. And so even though we don't really understand, the best thing I feel like is to ask what the lesson is, you know, interpret what the lesson is, look at the lesson, right? What am I learning out of this? How is it helping me? How can I move past this? What's the solution? The magician knows how to use whatever he has to his benefit. He knows how to transform these feelings of sadness or regret or loss or grief into something tangible, into something that, and look, we have the Ace of Cups with the Temperance, into harmony, into something that you actually love, right? The Ace of Cups is literally the same energy I was picking up on with this Unity card. It's something new, emotional coming in that's going to restore balance. It's the Temperance always has this very divine sort of feel to it, like very angelic. And together it's like the divine literally is serving up your soup on a platter for you, right? It's like putting all the pieces together, even if you can't understand it now. The more that you focus over here, though, just remember, the more lessons you will come into. So if we can just learn the lesson, try to take that higher perspective, like, okay, what am I to gain out of this? How can I get through this? How can I, you know, bring my focus and intention back over here into harmony, into flow? Be cautious about like being too, I don't want to say stingy, but like if people are needing help and you can provide that help, I would say do it. You know, it's always better to give than to, because when we're in this energy, right, look at how he's like holding on so tight to everything that he has. But then with the Five of Cups, it's like everything's already spilled. Like there is no holding on to what you don't have. And if he were to just turn around and look behind him, he'd see that he does have these cups, right? It just takes sometimes a change in focus, a change in direction, and change in, you know, what you're paying attention to. Yes, we can focus on the loss, we can focus on the grief, but we could also, on the other side, we could focus on the lesson, we could focus on the solution, we can focus on the things that we are grateful for, the things that we do have, and the next move that we can make, because otherwise we're just going to stay stuck. But I feel like this is, especially with these two cards coming out of this is stability. It's it's recognition. I feel like this is Source saying, like, I hear you, I hear what you're asking for, and it's, you have to just trust that I am making it happen. You have to just trust that, you know, these ingredients need to go in so that you can learn, so that you can grow, so that you can evolve, right? And it also inspires us maybe to surrender a little more. They're talking about belief, be live, be live, be live. The energy of belief, like what are we living in? What perspective are we growing? What are we being live in? Is it the hurt and the pain and the grief? Or is it the healing and the solution and the movement forward? The Three of Swords with the Six of Swords in both in reverse. Upright, this would be like needing to get out of a toxic situation. It'd be like heartbreak, betrayal. But in reverse, it's like getting through that. Or for some, I feel like staying stuck in it. But I feel this more as a getting through it, like needing to go through this big experience or this big shift. This I feel it as a tower moment that happened that maybe was a bit uncontrollable, and now it's like planning your next moves, planning your, what are you going to do next? How are you going to heal from this? How are you going to move forward, right? It's, there's some heaviness here. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we got the Five of Pentacles. Some of you guys are really feeling kind of like out in the cold, or like either left out, or like it's just this energy of like not being able to control a situation, like having no kind of something that's like out of your hands. But yeah, they just keep bringing me back to this Ace of Cups. Like, this new beginning is going to be a lot more harmonic than it was before, even if you can't see it now. You can ask for the solution, ask for the way out, ask for the and then make sure that you're sitting and quieting your mind so that you can, and watching for, paying attention to the signs and the inspiration that will come in. Hello. The next card we have is the Nine of Cups. So it's like getting everything that you want. Just watch for, there's just this energy here about like watching your smugness, like watching, you see how he's like, he's got everything and he just looks kind of smug. Some of you could be dealing with someone like this. But I feel like it's just this energy of like satisfaction. The more that you sit in this place of being satisfied, being content, and cups are emotional. So this is emotional fulfillment, like figuring out how to get through certain things, right? And to control your emotions, to control your, it's alchemy, right? Being able to transform the chaos into happiness. All right, we got the devil energy out here. Some of you guys could be really working on shadows, destructive behavior, attachments, codependency, toxicity. And then the Three of Swords came out in reverse again. There's some negative self-talk here for some. But for others, I feel this as recovery. Moving on from these things that were restricting you. For some, you could be procrastinating doing this. You could have some self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back. But I feel like either way, you're gonna, like, everybody's gonna get through this in their own way. It's just a matter of, how long it takes you and what you're manifesting next. There's definitely something here with like fear of financial loss, or like lack of stability, lack of resources. But again, it's this transition time. It's there could have been some unfinished business or some like emotional baggage that was holding you back, or that you still had to work through, and so therefore you had to have this experience. Ooh. And then we got the Page of Pentacles. This is manifestation. This is openings, creative openings, inspiration that's coming forward. That's really going to help you. Pay attention to the details, the little things. We also do have the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde coming up. I think it's next week. And Mercury will be moving into Virgo. So this is going to really, I feel like, help us with this. It's Virgo's Earth. It's an energy that's going to help us to like understand our expertise, the things that we do. It's like looking at like what's worth doing, right? It's also about the details and being mindful of like the finer points of life. A lot of like embodied ideas and wisdom coming through. Mercury really likes to be in Virgo, so I feel like it's gonna help us to really unmask you know, what we're doing and what needs to be done a little bit differently, what details we can maneuver to really level up what we're mastering, what we're creating, especially financially. All right, and then the last card that we had come out, absolutely beautiful. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So literally it comes full circle, right? Yeah, we had to go through this. You know, yes, we're learning the lessons, we're getting through it, we're learning to forgive, we're learning to move on, we're learning to recover from whatever this, you know, restriction was. And out of it comes Queen of Pentacles. She's on her financial game. She is a very practical, knows how to organize, knows how to kind of put it all together. Could also be a working parent, somebody that provides financially. Okay, and so since she's upright, it's a really good omen. Like, everything's gonna work out, everything's going to be okay, even if you can't see it now. Look for solutions, look at the lessons, okay? And please don't focus on the lack of anything. Remember that we are magnetic beings, always attracting to us exactly what we focus on or dwell upon the most. So don't dwell on the lack. Yeah. All right. I will pull, there's only a few of you guys in here. Whoever wants a couple cards, let me know real quick before I jump off. I'll pull you guys a couple cards. I'm not going to do questions. If you would like to book a private reading or send a donation, I'll answer questions. My Cash App is right behind me. It's just $ Devin Davidson. But I'm not going to be on here long. So, all right. Let me know. All right, Cheryl. Go ahead and take a deep breath for me, Cheryl. Some mental clarity coming in. Look for the inner clarity, because there could be some clouded judgment. Could be like rethinking an idea. Yeah, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune. So even if it doesn't seem, you know, even if there was some confusion or some chaos here, or you're having to rethink an idea, I do feel like everything is going to turn around for you. There's some creativity, like some kind of like creative idea that's really going to be beneficial for you. So make sure you're writing down those bursts of insights or ideas. I know I get them often, like usually every day when I take a shower or around water, but also other times of the day. Just make sure that you're actually writing them down. Because they'll get away from us if we don't. You know, writing it down gives it energy, gives it momentum. All right, TJ, sending positive energy. Go ahead and take that deep breath for me, TJ. Message for TJ. TJ, I think you have some gifts coming in, but again, and they're reiterating the importance of surrender, the importance of solitude, the importance of like meditation, rest, contemplation, retreat. It's a good time for you to recuperate, and I feel like in that recuperation, you're going to receive these, again, more creative opportunities coming in, intuitive messages, some kind of happy surprise. I feel this also as like a new sense of new sensitivity. It's like a new an increase in intuition. And then the Ace of Cups talks about again with the there's a very high like creative flow that's coming your way, something new, something that you will definitely love. The Ace of Cups always talks about something that you love. Sometimes talks about like even like new baby, but to me like birthing something, right? Birthing a new idea, especially with the Page of Cups, which is like increase in the emotional space or the intuitive. The could have some gifts coming in through meditation. That's what I keep picking up on. Aaron. ahead and take that breath for me, Erin. Spiritual lesson coming in for you. Damn, I love how I always talk about how you know, people that are drawn into my readings, I always set the intention that everybody kind of has a very similar undertone or something, that so everybody can get something from it. And the undertone of this reading seems to be that it's going to be really important that you're quieting the mind, that you're going into meditation. For you, there's a spiritual lesson here, so make sure that you're taking that time. Also a very creative energy coming through for you. There could be some actual like romantic something with like romantic, something that you could learn in. The Knight of Cups came out with the 5 of Wands, so there could be some kind of like competition or conflict that is associated with this spiritual lesson. So pay attention to the things that kind of make you feel some type of way, maybe tense, any tension, or I feel like there's something to be learned within there, but also make sure that you're taking the time to clear your mind and reevaluate perhaps, or contemplate on things, because there is some kind of downloads that are definitely coming in for you. All right, Sassy, go ahead and take a deep breath. You're welcome, TJ. Hey, Crystal. What's up, Jason? Sassy 618, messages for Sassy. They're talking about the long-term view of something, like working hard to achieve something. There are some sustainable results on its way. Don't think negatively about this, okay? Because you'll just invoke a self-imposed restriction. Make sure that you are open, and you know, there's a feeling of maybe you're not getting enough done, or like you're not feeling like you're seeing results fast enough, but there's something here with like persistence and resilience, and also something about boundaries that wants to come out. So stay strong. We're headed into this 8-8 portal. I feel like it's going to give us a lot of strength. It's going to give us a lot of courage. You think of the lion is the king of the jungle. It's also associated with the sun, the source of our energy, right? So there's beautiful downloads that are coming in for everyone, but there's also this kind of test of faith, of your courage, of your resilience that's coming along with it. Look for a solution, okay? All right. You're welcome, Erin. I'll do one more. Kevin, go ahead and take a deep breath for me. I'm not doing questions. I'm just doing whatever comes up. If you would like to book a private reading, my Cash App is behind me. For Kevin, we got the 7 of Wands, which talks about needing to, like, a feeling of needing to defend yourself or maintain control. But I feel like this is rooted in some repressed emotions. You could be like even, feeling like you're needing to protect yourself out of, picking up even like past life, some type of karmic energy that's coming forward. But things are going to turn around for you, Kevin. There is good luck coming your way. There's a turning point here with the Wheel of Fortune. Just make sure that you're releasing any fears or anything that's making you feel like you need to defend yourself that might actually not really be necessary. Hopefully I said that right. All right, you guys, I'm going to get up off of here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for commenting and liking. Do you do Reiki while you are on here, and how much is a reading or Reiki? So I do, I'm gonna hang up with Facebook. Love you guys. I do Reiki. However, I don't usually do it while I'm on my TikTok. I focus on hypnotherapy, and I really like being like in person for the Reiki. I have done some distance healing, but I really prefer it in person. And yeah, my readings are $35. My Cash App is behind me. If you'd like to set up, those are for private readings. I'm not going to do any live right now today, but if you'd like to book a private one, just feel free to message me. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Love you.